Yo, what's going on, man? How are you? Hey, is this thing on? Let me see it. Hello. Boom. There we are. We're in with Unjacked After Dark, episode 3. I'm a little excited. I don't really know if there's a reason to episode these, but I'm going to. Just kind of, it's easier to catalog, you know? I mean, are we doing seasons? I really thought about that before. That's a good question that I do not have an answer for. Back in 1998, 1999, the winter time, right? So crossing 2 years. We had gotten snow. I was living in North Carolina. I was in Dudley, North Carolina. I had bought my first house. It was our first, and if I'm not mistaken, we only did like a couple winters there. But anyway, it had snowed for the first time in 20 years. And my son was about a year and a half old, if I can remember correctly, almost 2. And my sister lived 2 houses over from us. So I had my house, there was a house on the corner, and then her house. So I had to go in the backyard and cross her fence to get into her yard. I'm sorry, this is a really bad diagram I'm using with my fingers. But so at about 5, 6 a.m., I knew my sister was still asleep. There was 12 inches of snow on the backyard. I did what any man would do. I bundled up my oldest son at that time, my only son. And then we went into the backyard and I picked him up by his chest and I chucked him over the fence. And then I went over. And he said, "We're going to build a snowman." He says, "Yeah." I said, "I need you to roll all the snow you can." And we built the largest snow dick that we could possibly build in my sister's backyard. I mean, I detailed it and everything. It was beautiful. It was probably one of the most beautiful structures I've ever made in snow. But I didn't want to just stay snow because I thought to myself, my sister doesn't know how to appreciate art. And so naturally, I expect her to wake up in the morning, look out in her backyard and be like, "Oh my God, there's art," and then go out and destroy it. I didn't want that. I wanted to make sure that this art stayed a little bit. So I took her hose and I sprayed it all down nice and wet. So by the time she woke up at 9 a.m., she had this frozen ice stick in her backyard that she couldn't just like push over. We enjoyed that for a couple weeks until the snow was gone. Well, specifically the ice. That's what it's like to live near me as an adult, if you're like my sister and my brother. So yeah, I'm proud of that. That was a long time ago, but I figured, you know what? Let's share that. That was 23 years ago. I've been thinking about winter a little bit as we move into August here, and then before we know it, it's gonna be September. Nebraska, good to see you, dude. Good evening. How are you? I was just thinking to myself, like, that would be a fun story to kind of open up with. I think that's what I like. I want to be able to open up each one of these episodes again, if you will, with like just like a memory, a story, or something like that. Just to kind of like, you know, tell a little bit more about me. Anyway, I did take a nap in between the shows, so that was good. We took a little bit of naps, feeling pretty good. Yeah, very happy about that. Anyway, yeah, we're okay. So somebody was asking if they could come on and talk with us. I said, sure you can. So tonight we're just gonna talk about a bunch of things, something like that. We're gonna have a little fun. We'll get a little adultish, if you guys will. Captain wants to come join us on the panel, so that's nice. I don't really have anything like set up in particular that I want to address tonight. Just in general, I kind of want to just get a good feel for whoever is coming out. What's everybody got going on? I don't know what everybody's smoking. Should we start with sibling stories? Yeah, I would love it. If anybody has a good sibling story, we could definitely do that. I have lots of them. I mean, I just told you one, right? That was kind of old, but still. But tonight I'd like to cover a bunch of things. First of all, I had some Gorilla Glue edibles earlier. Very nice. Helped me take a nap real quick. I feel energized and ready to go. And then smoke a little bit of LA Affy. A little LA Affy, which is crossed with LA Confidential. So good. I want to... I definitely miss my brother. All kinds of stories about my brother. Is he not with us anymore in Nebraskadad? That would be sad. I worry that one day I'm going to have to face that not all of us have made it. It's the older I get, the more real like that part is. Like the closer I get to the end, the more I start thinking about it a little bit. Grape stomp going on right now. Oh, okay. All right. You know, I haven't had any concentrates in a while. I'm going to try to press some eventually here. I really wish we had more of a vibe. That's the problem in New Hampshire. It's not very like, New Hampshire's weird, man. Like we are fully surrounded with recreational weed, but New Hampshire itself is not recreational. Like I don't know what they're waiting for or anything like that. But like Canada, Vermont, Maine, and Massachusetts, all the way around, full circle. It's a little bit of it's not like prohibition. Like we have medical and stuff. We do have medical, so that's kind of cool. But like New Hampshire is not a good scene. Yo, what's up, Ver? Good to see you. Welcome. Hey, let me bring in the camera a little bit. I like when the camera's a little bit tighter. I should do this at the beginning of every stream. But welcome, guys. This is your hour and a half to 2 hours of a little bit of adult talk. Whatever you guys want to do, unwind. It's in the evening for me, so of course, I'm just I'm chilling tonight. I'm drinking a little bit of herbal tea. I have ginger peach turmeric from Bigelow Tea Farms. That's my herbal tea of choice. No caffeine at night. I do not do caffeine. Bring it in just a little more. Yeah, that's right. A little bit more? You guys want a little bit more? Here, hold on. Let's go a little bit more. There we go. Now we got it. How's that? Is that a little bit tighter there? I like that. I'm looking forward to eventually getting another camera. I do want, or at least like maybe a couple lenses, but I want a camera like you guys can't see, but like off to the left here, to where you have like a high view down, so you can see like my entire workstation and what I'm doing. So I am hoping eventually to incorporate a second camera. Feel like yeah. No man, pass it, pass puff, right? So welcome. If you guys are just tuning in for the first time and you're like, what is this? My name's Unjacked, or at least my internet handle. I just like to talk. I like talk. We're just chatting tonight. I am trying out just chatting to see who'd want to stop by and just kind of talk with me. I told a story earlier about my brother, or I'm sorry, about my sister this time. And I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight, but I am live in the Discord. I'm in the stage for Unjacked After Dark. And if you want to tell me your stories, all you have to do is go to the Discord. And here, I am going to give you the Discord link. That's the Discord right there. You will find me in the room. If you would like to talk, you just raise your hand. I will give you permission to come in. I will turn off the music. I will raise your volume, and we will have a discussion. So there you go. It's good to see everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Earlier we did Critically Unjacked, and I want to just say, like, I know these shows don't have like a whole lot of like real production value, right? Because it's kind of the same thing over and over again. I want to try to be better than that. So I am looking at your feedback. A lot of people have been putting it back. Hold on. We have Nebraskadads in here. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and pause that music. Let's raise his mic. Let's bring him in. Guys, welcome Nebraska to the stage. Good evening. Good evening. How are you, Nebraska? What's going on?
Oh, not a lot. Just sparked up the rest of that Girl Scout cookie joint from morning.
I have not enjoyed Girl Scout cookies.
Oh God, go get some.
Yeah, do you got any like reviews or thoughts about Girl Scout cookies?
You can get lost in it. Definitely get lost in this shit.
All right, that's fair. That's a great review. All right.
Honestly,
If I didn't know anything more, I'd be like, and I'm gonna go get some of that.
Yeah, you can sit here and smoke just like a half a joint to yourself and be good for a while and get lost and just enjoy yourself.
May I ask, are you a bong, a pipe, or a joint type of guy?
I like my bongs. I really enjoy my bongs.
I have a high respect for this gentleman right here.
God, I'm gonna go take a bong hit now. Fuck, I used to step out and like spark up this joint and talk to Unjacked.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, I'm a bong guy. I through and through. But it's funny. I didn't realize that people actually had preferences for this stuff until I moved back to the U.S.
You want to hear a good bong story?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think we all do, right?
My brother and I were heading up to Denver. This is before all the smoke and shit was legal. We were going to get probably a good 10 pounds of swag.
Okay. That's a lot.
I'm like, hey, bro, why don't you load up a bowl? Well, all of a sudden, out comes this 2-foot bong and some water. And next thing I know, here we are traveling 4 hours down the interstate, smoking pot out of a bong. Just passing it back and forward like nobody's business. I had to pull over. I'm so stoned. My brother takes over. He's driving with one knee, just holding his bong, just not a care in the world. Hey. It's like, dude, we've got to put this thing away. Why? It's dark out here. Nobody cares. So we get to his buddy's house. We pull up. He still has his bong in hand, dude. Walks up to his buddy's house, knocks on the door. His friend answers the door. Fucking Court, just hands it to him. Here you go. It's still loaded. Oh my God, dude. I'm just standing there going, oh my God, dude, what are we doing? But anyway, yeah, bongs are great, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, bongs are great, dude.
Bongs are great. The first time I've ever gotten high was off of a bong.
I still remember the first time I had concentrates. So my brother was like, hey, you need to check this thing out. I was like, okay. And I had no idea what like wax was or anything like that. And so we fired up the torch. We tried one out. I was on a different plane. Like it was so beautiful, yet I wasn't ready for where I was, you know?
Oh, I've had those experiences.
It was like the ultimate stun lock.
I'm gonna puff this bong right here. We're talking about bongs.
A little bit. Have you ever used a hookah for cannabis, by the way?
Yeah, I've definitely used hookahs for cannabis. Lots of hookahs.
Yeah.
What I don't like about the hookah is if somebody has a little bit more of a powerful lung, they're taking your smoke too. So y'all got to breathe together.
I mean, is it just a matter of putting more material in there or?
Nah, it's a team effort. So we got the bowl going. All right, everybody start sucking. Then you got that one guy.
Jesus.
One guy.
Said every party ever.
Just fucking sucks it up, dude. It's like, what are you doing?
I don't have a party bong, and this is one issue I have as a person. I just don't have I don't have like that giant like piece that you take out when you got friends over. Not that I have friends over right now just due to the COVID stuff, but like just in general, it's kind of nice to have like this giant fun party piece.
Well, what I do is mine is 15 inches. My roommate, I would say it's probably about 16.
Yeah, that's about what I have.
And what we did is I went and found a little tiny bowl. So it's like a 3 or 4 hit for one person.
Yep.
And then he's got a 1 gram bowl for, hey, let's get fucked up.
Yeah, I got different sizes as well.
Ooh, this looks fun.
But I want to get like one of those very large like beaker bongs or whatever. It's going to cost me probably like $300 for a decent one. But yeah.
See, I've had mine for 15 years. I should send you a picture of this thing. I bought him at a local shop. He was sitting in there for a very long time. I finally asked the lady that owned the place, what did you pay for him? She said, oh, about $55, $60. I just said, here's your $60 and walked out the door.
That's beautiful. There you go. Like, yes. Boom. There you are.
Dude, I just found on the counter some peanut butter jack wax.
Oh, wow. Wow. You have access to all these fancy ones, right? Like you're out there. Are you in Colorado, around Colorado? I don't know your situation. That's about where you're at, right?
I'm an hour and a half away from a pot shop.
Okay, that's not bad.
No.
I still have not been to a dispensary. I literally have not been.
Oh, you need to go. You need to go.
I just don't have access to it where I live.
Well, can't you go across the border and just go grab it?
So Maine only has like 8 recreational shops because their laws are just spinning up. I don't think Vermont really has any. So the only thing I could do is go to Mass.
Yeah, but I heard Mass has what is it, 34%? A friend of mine lives in Rhode Island. And
Rhode Island has some good stuff.
He goes out still a little bit. And he said he's about 15 minutes, man. Thanks.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Anyway, I don't mean to turn this into like cannabis hour. I just figured I'd ask you like how your night was going. And then
it's going great. Yeah, let's see here. Brother stories. My brother's gone now, so it kind of chokes me up talking to him. My brother and I used to work for a construction company, and our job was to go dig up the sand for the foundations of buildings. So we're out by the river digging this sand pit, as they call it, and it's a hot day. And my brother's on the excavator, and I'm marking where to dig, and he knows I'm hot, so he sneaks up behind me with a bucket full of water. Oof. The excavator bucket full of water, dude, and just dumps it on me. I look back behind him, dude, and this water's cold. I'm like, dude, that felt fantastic. He's like, right? I'm like, do we have a rope? He's like, yeah, we got rope. I said, dude, we have a rope and an excavator, and we're Nebraskans. What are we doing?
You made a swimming pool,
He's like, right, let's take an hour lunch and have some fun. So we took an hour tossing each other into the sand pit with the excavator.
Oh, that's a good time.
That was a great time.
Man.
I definitely do miss my brother.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough that my brother was still around. I had left home for 20 years, and then I was able to come home. I moved 9,000 miles away because one morning I woke up. I was living in the Philippines with my family. And, just real quick, Skycore, good to see you. Leonidas, good to see you. And I woke up, it was like September 2017, and I just had like this feeling like that just said, I need to move to New Hampshire so I can be next to my brother. So we did. And, it's awesome. I love having my brother like right down the road. For those that are just tuning in or coming on in, I see Captain in the audience. If anybody would like to come in, we're kind of telling brother stories. We're saying hello to each other. Just raise your hand in Discord, and I'll let you speak, of course. But yeah, this is a nice community nighttime podcast where we have a panel of people. We exchange stories. We say hello. People can come and go as they want, as they need.
Hi guys.
What you got, Nebraska?
Give me a second.
Yeah,
Give me a second. I gotta breathe.
Yeah, no worries, man. You do your thing. He's having a good night. That guy right there, he's doing big things. I like that. So,
that was a little too big. It got my roommate coughing.
Yeah, well, this is why I can't do bong rips while I'm streaming. I can only do them like before I stream or after I stream because you just never know.
It was supposed to be a little bitty guy because I was like, hey, how about just a little guy? Because I'm bouncing off the wall, so it's like, hey. We'll calm down off of some
Take it down a notch.
Jack smoke since we're hanging with Jack. And
I like
hey,
that.
We'll have some Jack with Jack. And
I
That was a
look
bad
forward
idea.
to like I want to actually like smoke in person with a lot of you guys because I know I have a lot of 420 friendly people. And for those of you that are not 420 friendly, I'm sorry
Oh,
that I'm having this conversation. I just sometimes I get lost in the thought process. But if that's not your thing, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I use it like for me. I can speak. I mean, one, I do like it, so let's not confuse it. Like even if I wasn't hurting, I'd probably do it on some level. But I do it because causes yeah. Well, see, a lot of that depends on the strain you're smoking too. I've had to learn
a
a lot
little
about
bit.
the whole
Yeah.
anxiety thing. What's that?
Oh, yeah. Some smoke will actually give you anxiety.
No,
You got to be
someone.
careful with them.
So here's something that I did not know. If you are smoking cannabis that has been harvested too early, and the trichomes have not like matured a little bit, the chemical that is in there before the trichomes mature will trigger anxiety and panic. So if you had
Yeah.
some really bad bud, something that was harvested like a week or two too soon, that stuff will give you a panic attack for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So just I hate to hear like people are like, I don't do that. I had a really bad experience. I'll never do it again. Cause honestly, I do feel like it's medicine, but I respect it. I understand. I hope that you'll give it another go with like a different strain someday, but I respect that.
Yeah, I definitely do too. I've had people that have bad experiences. My mother-in-law, she told me of a time that she was at a party with respected friends. They were passing around the joint, and next thing she knows, she just felt really different, really weird. Went home, went to bed. Come to find out, the joint was laced with PCP.
Holy shit.
Nobody knew.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's
It's like, oh
crazy.
my God, dude.
That's
She's like, so, that was her bad experience.
yeah.
And I called her up a few times. She's come over and smoked with me.
I mean,
But she's like, I know your stuff's not laced.
yeah, right. Like Jesus Christ, I get so nervous about the whole lacing thing. I don't really understand what the point is behind it, but it's
That's
harmful,
just dumb.
obviously. But the CBD
Yeah,
gummies,
it's
you're right
really
about
dumb.
that. Those things are really useful. I like edibles in general. I find edibles a nice like small dose will go such a long way.
See, and I took your advice the other day. When I ran up there and grabbed a little bit of shake. It was pretty well keef.
Yep.
2.5 grams of this. I extracted it into a half cup of oil, which was just enough for the cake I made.
Nice.
So if you want a piece of cake, hey, have a piece of cake.
Oh man, I love baking with CBD oil or THC oil. It doesn't really matter to me. But CBD oil is really, really good. I notice a lot of people compliment about like, wow, I had the best night of sleep ever last night. Or like, wow, my shoulder doesn't hurt anymore. There's a lot of things that I believe in CBD, especially edible CBD. Not like smoking is fine, but it doesn't last as long. It's only like 2 hours, 3 hours maybe, and you got to smoke again. Like, so that's why I think the edibles are cleaner. It's processed through your liver, so it's safer. It's not gonna put like carcinogens in your lungs by smoking it. Because even if you think that cannabis is safe to smoke, like the end result's still the same. You're putting smoke
You're
in
still,
your lungs.
yeah, you're still burning something.
Yeah, and so
I definitely agree with the CBD eating that, because that stuff, let me tell you what, I ate that 10 milligram on the way home from Colorado, and I was the
yep.
happiest guy ever.
Yeah,
Holy
I mean,
shit.
you just don't get the psychological part out of CBD, and for most people, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I don't need all the psychedelic part of it and everything.
No, I think that's kind of overrated, but like it is what it is.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I just want to sit down, calm down, hang out.
no, I fully agree. I fully agree. What are we talking about tonight? Do you know? I haven't figured this out yet.
Well, we've talked about pretty well everything. Do you do some fishing?
Some
What's
fish.
there to do? What do you do up there in New Hampshire? What's there to do? I know this COVID thing hit. Well, out here in Nebraska, I'm in small town America, and it really didn't affect us that much. It shut down some big facilities, and some restaurants just closed their dining rooms,
Yeah.
but a lot of them are still working. I worked through this.
New Hampshire, like I was saying earlier, it's a kind of a very weird state. It's hard to explain until you live here, but like we have like a really strong segment of the whole MAGA culture, like conservative culture. So so that naturally gives us a very large segment of people that don't believe in COVID, don't wear their masks. And so it's been challenging. I'll say that.
Yeah,
But we also have a very large segment of lefties as well. So I don't know. It's a fine balance. Hey, just real quick, let's welcome Captain to the stage. Everybody, Captain Kirkster is joining us live on the stage. Hi, Captain. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you enjoying the conversation so far?
Well, I just came in like probably not even that, probably a couple minutes ago. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, definitely it's a very good conversation, of course, especially with the discussions between like the CBD and all the like sativa and all that, all the strains and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So do you currently have CBD? Do you use it, or you just don't any at all?
Well, I was using CBD before because I was working in a call center, and
Okay.
that was like about 4 years, and well, 4 years and a couple months, and it was the most stressful thing to ever experience working. Definitely, I'm a very patient person, and I can tolerate a lot of things, but it just took my soul so much and all my energy out of it. But with CBD gummies, that helped me get through work every single day.
Would you pick those up homemade CBD gummies or like dispensary grade?
I usually go for dispensary grade. Now,
Okay.
of course, see, I'm in Canada, so it is.
Oh, you have it all. You're spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very spoiled.
Now, yeah. Now, in Canada, like I'm in the province of Ontario, so how they have it organized in Ontario, it's personally it's not bad, but the thing I find a lot of with all my friends that do smoke it or take CBD, whichever they go about.
Yep.
I find they don't actually do a lot of shopping in Ontario. They'll buy more product from like out west in British Columbia because apparently it's cheaper and it's better priced, and surprisingly it's not bad. But
I believe British Columbia, BC, Kush is a big one. I believe that's like the part of Canada that's like known for the good stuff.
Oh yes,
it's all that Pacific Northwest. You know, I think it's just like the perfect growing place. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it just blows my mind. It's like how much cheaper. I just like comparing it from BC to Ontario. It's like if I go on Ontario, like we only can have, like we are starting to get like more online stores and shops, of course, but it has to follow like the whole entire Ontario government cannabis store things. And honestly, let's just actually compare it right now, because I'll actually just pull up something right now, like a simple like edible. Let's just say I don't know, maybe chocolate, like chocolate bar or something. I kid you not, it's like in Ontario you probably spend about, I don't know, maybe $20, whereas like you look over in a BC like cannabis or edible store, I kid you not, you probably spend like half of it, like maybe $10, $7. You just gotta know your actual like the go-to shops in BC.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like that here too. So if you go to like Massachusetts, for example, you go to a dispensary, their pricing is somewhere like $300 for an ounce of flower. But if you go over to Maine, it's like $250. Like it's still absolutely outrageous.
Right.
But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to try
Let's
to
see,
add.
an ounce.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Unjacked.
No, go for it.
An ounce for me is $125 out the door.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Let's see. I'm looking at edibles here. $16 before tax. Taxes 24%.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
gross.
Yeah. Okay. I just figured out how to put the Discord.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna. There we go. So everybody that's on the stage with me right there, boom, you guys are on the screen. All right, let's see if that helps out at all. But yeah, like I said, I didn't plan on making this like all about cannabis, but I just figured that's where the conversation has led us. So if there's anything that you guys want to talk about in the audience, let me know.
Well, let's see. What else can we talk about here?
We're fishing for
I live in
subjects.
Nebraska, man. We could talk about Nebraska.
I don't know anything about Nebraska. I've literally never have been. I'm not very well traveled as far as like the center of the US. I've been to Canada a few times, but like, yeah,
let's see. Do you like camping at all? Like hanging out at the lake and camping?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I'm not.
So
I don't really like the outdoorsy stuff that much.
All right. So the biggest damned lake in Nebraska wouldn't suit you very much.
I'll put it to you like this. I just only want to know if there's gigabit internet. That's it. That's the only thing. Like, that's the first thing I ask whenever I go somewhere. I just need to know how fast the internet is, because that's what I'm going to be doing.
Got it. 4G. We got 4G internet out here.
Yeah.
Dude, this
so
is the middle of nowhere. I take 10 minutes out of town, dude. There is nothing.
Oh,
yeah.
Geez.
It turns into 3 to 2G to nothing.
That sounds very painful.
No service.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely terrible. I might as well go live in the middle of the jungle in the Philippines. I mean, my God. Even in the Philippines, dude, probably one of the most invested in infrastructure. I was still getting like 500 megabits per second.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane.
Wow.
That's insane, dude. In the middle of a jungle?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, this was a city. In the middle of the jungle, it's more like what you got. But like in the city, in the Philippines, 500 gigabit. All right, not 500 gigabits. Jesus Christ, megabits per second. Yeah, that would be incredible. That's where Netflix would be stationed if that was the case. Right. So, yeah, there's that.
That
would be top-notch quality.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Hey, Captain, while I have you here,
Yes, sir.
What do you normally stream? I have not caught a stream yet.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you asked that. So I do a variety of different games. Most of the time it is quite a bit of Goose Goose Duck. And I do throw in Warzone a little bit, and I do Grand Theft Auto, like role-playing. And I also do some Phasmophobia here and there, but I'm also expanding out like all the different games, of course. Like I have my Steam library is kind of getting a little big, so I'm probably going to expand out on seeing how it is. But yeah, I mean, right now.
Can I ask you specifically about the Grand Theft Auto roleplay?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So this is like, I don't. A lot of people probably realize, like, when I play Goose Goose Duck, I'm usually pretty silly. I'm trying to like create like a situation, right? Like I'm always trying to see what we could do with it, you know, create content with it, and so I find it very, very interesting. and I don't know how to get into it. How do you get into Grand Theft Roleplay? Is it hard to get into? Is it all keyboard or is it controller? How do you do that?
Well, that's a good question. So when playing like Grand Theft Auto, you could use an Xbox controller or a PS4 controller. You could use the keyboard. Personally, I try doing like playing with the keyboard. It is a little bit more difficult for me, I would say, but you could use whichever way you decide to do it. Now, getting into role playing though, it can be like it personally. It's from my own experience. It can be easy at times, but it can also be very difficult. As long as like, let's say you're more have a creative mind. Like if you have a lot of creativity and you have spontaneous thoughts of trying to come up with something
that I do,
it can make it a lot of fun. Now, every community is a little bit different, of course, because there's so many different role playing servers for Grand Theft Auto.
How do you find one then? How about we just start from the very basics?
Sure.
And before we jump in, I'm going to do just a little, I guess, description of why I'm asking this and stuff real quick. So for those that have never seen Grand Theft Auto roleplay, I literally get lost in this stuff every single night before I go to bed. In fact, in the chat, I'm going to give you my favorite role player. This is the streamer. Literally, he's on now. He'll be on for probably the next 4 hours, arresting people and stuff like that. That's my favorite role player to watch. I feel like he just brings so much to the game. All right, enough of that. Role playing is where some people are police, and then everybody else is civilians. They can be the mayor, they can be criminals, they can be all kinds of things. And it just basically keeps the city alive. I am fascinated by this world. Officer Bass is on duty. Galaxy Brad for sure. I love that guy. So I like role playing because I like creating like an environment. I kind of like getting lost in a story in the heat of the moment. And I'm also very spontaneous. All right, there you go. If you guys have not seen Grand Theft Auto roleplay, go get lost in it. I think it's amazing. I also think it's part of the future of Twitch. I mean, obviously it is. All right, go ahead, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. No, it's certainly very fantastic to actually play, especially when you have friends to do it with.
Yep.
It makes it 10 times better, right? Now to your original thing, like how to actually start role playing. So as long as you have Grand Theft Auto 5, which is the latest, installed on your computer, or like if it's in your Steam, I believe it's also, if you don't have it on Steam, but you have it, I believe with Rockstar, I believe it should still be fine. Now there is a actual application called 5M. And not like number 5, but all like letters 5M.
Yep.
You use that application and you download it. It is 100% free to download, install. It's safe because I know some people, they like to be very careful and they're not familiar with it. It is very safe for your computer. There's no viruses, nothing like that. So when you download it and install it, you link it to where your Grand Theft Auto is installed on your computer. And by doing that, then you can start up 5M, and then you can start looking at all the different role-playing servers that are available. And there's many different types. There is there are quite a few different types of role-playing servers. There's ones that will be called, like you'll see words inside of it called like ESX. And what that means, it's going to be more of a economy server.
Okay.
So with the economy servers, you pretty much like work your way around and earn the money itself. Now, personally, I haven't really touched an economy-based server before. I mean, it might be interesting to see how different it is. But then there's other ones that are just not economy-based, and you just have a whole bunch of different add-ons itself, where some servers will have like an actual like menu inside of it as well, which common applications, add-ons are like a lot of people use are called fee menu, and it makes things a little bit easier. All depends on how the developers of whichever server you join have it configured. Right. So you can spawn cars much easier that way. So it's like, oh, there's like 300 plus custom added cars. You can use the fee menu, you can load it, and then you can have like a Rolls Royce. You can have many different cars. And even right now myself, I actually am a head admin of a role-playing server that I actually do with a couple of my friends. Now, it's just the server I manage. It's kind of a small community right now, but we're hoping to expand out on it. And definitely with your chat, definitely the most biggest one I see is No Pixel. That is a very, very big role-playing server. That is a very good one. I haven't had the opportunity to actually try out No Pixel, but I've seen the content from the No Pixel role-playing. It's fantastic, and it's definitely everything's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I always look at I watch the No Pixel one. I always watch Officer Bass at night, or maybe I'll watch Tony and the boys, Mr. Lang, Buddha. They all play it. I watch them all. That's why, like earlier when we were doing Critically Unjacked during the day, we had talked about this briefly, but I said at night I like to just kind of get lost in bigger streamers' chats, so I don't have to participate. I can just consume the content, and this is what I do. This is literally what I do. So yeah, Officer Krog. Awesome. Yeah, there's all kinds of good ones. These guys are like the upper echelon of like role play, in my opinion. I'm a little nervous to do it because I feel like that kind of content changes a channel, because it's something that you have to be present like a lot. You can't just like show up once in a while. You'll never be in any of the stories. Like you have to be heavily involved. And so I haven't quite even like felt like I have what it takes to commit to it.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely very, very well said, Unjacked. And definitely I've tried, and I'm more of a newer streamer to Twitch. I mean, I tried doing like a trial of it just to see how it goes. It's okay to the stream, but definitely, yes, you do have to invest a lot of hours into it to hopefully gain more of an audience. Like, just from my own experience, I've let's see, most average with when it comes to like viewers with the role playing, for me, an average would be like 5 users when I'm doing like role playing.
Yeah.
Whereas like other games like Goose Goose Duck, I can have 15, I can have 20. It's also different as well, depending on like the time of the day. And like there's many fantastic content creators that are like also streaming at the same time as well. And
yeah, it's games. This is a huge issue, and this is why, like, not to go down this road too far, but like this is why I firmly believe that if you could develop like a really strong network of like a handful of streamers that really, really like grow together, they make great content together. Like the collaboration meta on Twitch is so hot, but the problem is like it's hard to duplicate a team like Pokimane and Toast and Corpse and Valkyrie, right? Like
Saikuno,
another solid content creator. Like,
oh yeah,
like it's so hard to duplicate these. Like, honestly, and this isn't to shit on anybody, but like I've been on Twitch for 18 months. I may have found 2, maybe 3 people that if you asked me to collab with them, I would drop everything and collab with them.
Nice.
You know, and that's not to make everybody else seem less, but I'm just saying those people that particularly shine at that, you know, that moment, you know, and I'm talking about people like I'm Matthew. I'm sure anybody here that has been at my stream for any length of time, you know, I'm Matthew. That's one. If I'm Matthew were to tell me that he was doing No Pixel or any like role play, I would be like, yo, where do I sign up? Let's go. So I don't know. But that's the way I look at it. Hey, Nebraska, not to leave you out of this, but do you watch Roleplay at all on Twitch? He may even be AFK. Catch him off guard.
Yep.
How often do you play Roleplay, Captain?
Well, I actually do it like usually every night.
Wow.
Even if I don't stream it, I'll still play it. Now, it also depends on the other members as well, because we like the server that, like I said, that I run with my friends. It is like small amount of people. Like we might have maybe 4 people one night, 5 people the other night. It's different each night. It would be cool to, like, I know there's ways I could try to promote it and stuff, but it's also the thing with running your own role-playing community. It's trying to find the members. What's going to make it better than the other ones? What's like, how different is it going to be versus a no pixel role-playing server versus like one of the other ones that are just starting out, right?
Yeah. I think you can get away with playing on a lesser server if and this is a big if the content's good enough.
Right, exactly. And definitely me, my friends, like we're very like I'm amazed with how creative they can be. Like usually I'm just playing as the civilian a lot of the times to do all the content, especially for when I stream as well, because I've had quite a few amazing other content creators actually pop in and actually watched it and they enjoyed it. It's actually very cool, but definitely when they try and make me go play as a cop, I am probably the worst cop ever.
I don't know which side I would want to play on, if I'm being honest. And for everybody that's in the audience right now, I would like to know, where do you think you would make a better cop or a better civilian in GTA roleplay? I'd like to know. If you've seen it and you want to input, get in there. And hey, just as one point though, that Brad had put in here about using a camera. If I was doing roleplay, I would turn my camera off. It's one of the very few times I would actually not use my camera, so that way I could actually like stay in character.
Yep.
I just feel like the camera would be just too distracting, and I feel like it would take the audience member, because I'll give you a perfect example. When Officer Bass is on duty and I'm watching him and he puts his camera on screen, like at first it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. At least I get to know like what he looks like and what he's doing over there. But at the same time, I'm there to get lost. I want to be immersed into
just want to be in the full frontal zone into it.
Yeah, and he says he's glad that he's joined into roleplay. Like, oh, you're really good. See, I'm not very good with voices impersonations. Like, I got one voice that I can do, and it's like a New York gangster. You know what I mean?
I'm walking here.
Yeah. Oh my God, what are you doing? Get out of the way. You know, that kind of stuff. Like, it's incredible.
I am surprised with how many different impressions I can do. Like,
wait, I'm actually amazed because Oh, well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
but Brad, you don't stream it. You don't stream Roleplay, but do you play it? Wait, I want to know more about this. Do you guys?
Brad.
Do you stream it? Because he seems to be like, that's interesting to me. I don't see that he streams it. It must be just like more of a passion project, which is respectable. I could respect that. But I'm sorry. My apologies, Captain. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem, man. I'm glad that I can actually just participate in your podcast.
I'll talk about anything. If it's interesting to people, I will literally talk about it. I mean, This is mostly, more of an adult vibe, which can we go down that questionnaire, that road? A lot of times, when I'm watching like Officer Bass and some of these higher end, female streamers, sometimes, man, it can get pretty adult oriented. Obviously it's the nature of the game. Does it get like that on like private servers very much? Is it the same kind of like it may not, I don't know. What's my expectations between different servers?
Well, that's very hard to say because with servers, there is going to be times that you will have the trolls that will just come in and they will just ruin the role playing 100%.
Okay.
But it also depends on which servers you do find. There are very well maintained, very good communities itself. Now, one that I mainly take part of with my friends, we can be a little bit vulgar between each other, but we just do it for jokes, and it's and it can be a lot of fun. And
I mean, I don't expect it to be family friendly just because of the nature of the content.
Oh no, you definitely it is going to be it can be very, very crazy. Especially the other thing that you also find with the role playing servers, no matter what.
Yeah.
There are going to be times you will actually find young kids also playing role playing as well, and it's just like, are you serious? Really? It's like I can deal with a lot of stuff on the role playing, but oh my, it can get a little out of hand. I'll admit.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's what you expect, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Brad also says that he only watches, so but he's a little scared to take the step. I am too. I actually feel the same exact way. I share this emotion with Brad. And even though I seem like I'm pretty confident in everything, I think I would step up to it, but I just feel like learning all the commands to type, learning how to get into it, learning how to do it is such a commitment. As I said earlier, that I'm so afraid that I would fail even before I start. So I don't. And I don't. Right. I also feel like I don't have the audience for it. I feel like if I started doing role playing like that, that I would lose a significant part of my audience.
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. That's the one thing is some people with the role playing, you might actually have the viewers that will enjoy it, but then there's there's always the risk of whichever game, doing the role playing, that can be a risky thing, especially to your viewers. But definitely if it's not just the content, but if they just like the kind of personality you have, that could be a very beneficial thing.
If I knew how to review a server before I joined it, and I knew that there was some really great, people to make content with that were, entertaining and all that, it would probably make it a little bit easier. So, is there a way to kind of review? Can you, is there a place that reviews all the servers? Well, I have no idea.
So,
a Yelp.
That is a very good question. There's a lot of different ways that you can see about the communities of it. For example, definitely with the Grand Theft Auto on Twitch, definitely you can see all the different servers that everybody's playing, and you can see
I've never watched a small content creator on there though.
Right. But maybe that could be something that could help as like kind of give you an idea. It's like, oh, this server looks pretty interesting. This person does it. But I get your view, of course. Like there are the bigger ones that's like, you know what, maybe I should play on the no pixel, right?
Yeah.
Now with no pixel, if I remember correctly, you gotta have like
you have to have quite a following, and if you don't, you can pay and donate for a spot on their server.
Right, exactly.
It's
yes,
a very high end.
That.
Yes, I do not qualify for no pixel.
Yeah, no, definitely the no. I would like to try out no pixel one day, eventually. But
I would love to, but I feel like I need to go up the ranks. You know.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. I'm scared too. I haven't made that commitment. I don't know if I ever will. I would be heartbroken if nobody tuned in anymore because I was doing role play. So I don't know the answer, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to be as good as the younger guys.
Right.
So, but then like Moon plays, and he's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
There's some older guys playing this. But yeah, I have to learn that. Oh yeah, Berlinator, I got you. That's true. Man, I didn't even think about that. I am so sorry, dude. We have Berlinator on our team.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
How many people can go on a server? Is it like 64? I think.
It does vary actually. Like I've had a few different servers I've joined, and they can have 1,000 slots.
Holy cow!
It's crazy. Like, I mean, by default, I believe they set it at 64. But I mean, it also depends. Like, if you go to a game server rental hosting site, you can buy they do it per slot. So it does vary depending on which way you do it. Of course, like
That's interesting. Roleplay is just amazing to watch. I don't know how exhausting it is to do it, because I'm the type of streamer that loves reading chat. And so that's why. You're 41. See, I'm 43. So it's
Jeez, I feel young. Got young blood. Jeez.
Hell yeah, man. But that's okay. I don't feel it. I feel like I'm better for roleplay now because of my age. Because
exactly.
I have that like interesting background. I've had different experiences in life, so it kind of just adds to it a little bit.
Exactly.
Hey, Gingerly. Definitely. Yeah. So I don't know, but I am like fascinated by it. I don't feel confident enough that I have what it takes to do it, and so I'm not 100% sure on how to address it. So there's that. Anyway, Sitter, good to see you. Good evening. Welcome. We're just talking about role play right now. I'm talking with Captain Kirkster in the Discord on the stage, and with Nebraskadad. We are live on the Discord stage inside the Discord. If you guys want to talk, you're welcome to join as well. Hey, Nebraska, you there? He had a huge hit. He's probably like Dunzo. So, in fairness to him, I'll leave him alone.
Fair.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the time. It's like, looks like I actually got to jump over to my role playing actually now, because this is usually the time where we actually do our role play. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we usually do it at 10, and then usually we go for maybe an hour, maybe 2. All depends like how many people are on. And I know I'm going to have other like community people that are going to be messaging me, and they're like, Kirk, get on.
Yeah, dude. Well, listen, no pressure. I appreciate you talking with me tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
I never want anybody to like stop what they're doing to like come hang out with me, because like it's your time is special too.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, Brad says a couple retired military guys can make some good RP. I agree.
Absolutely.
I think it would be very interesting. I have some really funny friends as well. But they don't do what I do. I don't have any friends that are streamers. Like in real life friends. I don't have any. I'm always fascinated by like the top streamers that all live in like LA and they kind of meet up. Like, you know, the ones that live at like 100 Thieves, or just the solo ones like Will Neff and those guys, you know, because they just show up at each other's houses and then like they're just making content together. They seem to be like ready to go. You have social anxiety. Yeah, smoke more pot. That's what I would say for that. Oh, here we go. Let's bring Nebraska back in. Let's go. There we go. We got Nebraska in.
Sorry about that, guys. I must have hit the wrong button.
No worries, man.
Over here just reading the paper, just kind of zoned out a little bit. Like I said, that Girl Scout cookie just kind of zones you out once you take it.
Yeah, man. I'm not upset, dude.
Did I tell you or what, dude? Nebraskadad just got quiet.
Dude, sometimes, man,
who knows?
I go really hard. Like yeah, I know what that means. Like my brain just gets broken a little bit and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, this is what I'm doing today.
And I like it. I like doing that.
Yeah.
I like getting a little broken.
Yeah. Do you watch any roleplay, dude?
For a while. What's up?
Do you watch any roleplay on Twitch?
I'm actually watching one right now. I guess I could ask him if I can shout him out or not. He plays a lot of Rust. Well, he does team play, but at the same time, he'll go find a group of new people and help them build a base. Or he'll hop on a very vanilla server and just roam around. I found him wearing regular clothes and had a water bottle. Okay, you're in a survival game, God's sakes. And look at these people running around looking like goobers. It's like, okay, this is cool. I think I'm just going to sit here and watch this. This is pretty interesting.
Right?
But he streams maybe...
Sitter, I don't care. You can join if you want.
2 or 3 times a day. Or 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 days. That's it. But it's like 8 hours, 9 hours.
Yep.
They'll sit here and just play and get lost. I don't have to interact in the chat if I don't want to.
Yeah, I just feel like it's super interesting. Just to get lost in that type of content, just to do that. Just so everybody knows, like if you're 13, I probably wouldn't join this panel. But if you're like 17, 16, like I don't really care. You can join in. You know, we're just having an adult conversation. I don't want you to feel weird. But we're just talking.
Hey, we're all dads here, man. So if anybody has a dad question, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chime on in and say, hey, man, you know.
Yeah, sounds good, Sitter. That's fine.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember when I was 17. That was like one of the worst ages. Because you're almost 18, but you're not, you know? You want to be accepted as an 18-year-old so you can go and do shit, but you can't. Like, 17 was the worst.
Yeah, I know that. Okay. My brother bought me tickets to go up and see Godsmack and Deftones at Red Rocks. So, night of the concert, we huff our asses all the way up there. Hand the guy the fucking tickets. I'm 17 years old. It's the night before my birthday. The guy's like, it's an 18 and older concert. Sorry, sir, I can't let you in. I'm like, dude, my birthday is in 3 hours. You're not going to let me in? Seriously. What a dick.
Jesus, dude, that's serious.
What a fucking dick.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of that, can we change the conversation just a little bit? I'm just curious. What's your favorite concert that you've ever been to? Who was the best that you've seen? That goes for the chat as well.
Ooh, that is a good question.
Let's see, the Five Finger Death Punch concert out in Kearney. There was like 6 bands out there. I was with an ex-girlfriend. She was my girl at the time. We had us a little adult fun that night. Went to the concert, smoked some smoke, ate some mushrooms.
Okay.
At the time they got on stage, that 2.5 grams of mushrooms, I was 5 people center stage. Best concert of my life. And granted, I don't do people. I don't like people. I don't like.
I think we lost him. Hello?
Oh no.
He was mid-story. By the way, the most mushrooms I've ever had is 7.5 grams. Wow. What a ride that is. Captain, what's your favorite? And then I'll tell mine.
Like the best concert?
Yeah. Who's your favorite to see live?
Well, at the time it was the best one was probably Affinity.
Oh, man, what a huge loss. A huge loss.
I know. Yeah, man. And that was the craziest freaking time as well. Because
that one song, Sad Song that he does.
Yeah.
Dude, messes with me.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, dude, his music messes with me on a different level. How are you here? 7.5 grams. Yeah, man. It was a ride. I will say that. I'm a huge fan though. Huge fan of psilocybin. Yeah. So, oh, look at this. Gingerly Cat's here. Very nice. My favorite one. So I lived in Albuquerque and I got to see Lil Wayne. I got to see Carrie Hilson, Far East Movement, Rob Zombie, Korn. I've gotten to see so many concerts.
Jealous, man.
When I lived in North Carolina, I saw Creed and Seven Dust. But one of my favorite experiences was actually when I was 16 years old. And I was in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sitter with a big sub. Hey man, thank you. Appreciate that tier 1.
Hey, Sitter. Way to go, man.
So yeah, man, big support. I love that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I went and saw Mary J. Blige and TLC. The three female like rap group or whatever, singing rap group. And I didn't want to see Mary J. Blige. I just don't really care for her music. I'm just not into her. And so we're riding the rides and it's time for TLC to come on stage. So we definitely went over, we were at an amusement park called Riverside Park. It's now a Six Flags in Massachusetts. Oh, you're Seabass. Do you want me to invite you? You can just raise your hand if you want to talk. So TLC does their whole thing. We're enjoying the show. Everybody leaves at the end of the show, except a small group of people. And I'm like, yo, what are they waiting for? Turns out you wait 10 minutes and TLC comes back. And they literally go down the row of people shaking hands, saying hi, and everything else. So they get to me and my friend and like, Chili, can I get a kiss? She gave me a kiss on the cheek. And that's my that's my story. I've never washed his cheek since. Every night I tape around it with a Ziploc bag. Yeah, so
probably like with the Avicii concert, I was in college at the time as well, and then I met up with a couple of my college friends, and then their friends. And what did I decide to do? My college friends, their friend gave me a MDMA pill. So what do? I took it. I took an MDMA, and which easiest way is pure ecstasy.
Yes.
I had to go to class that next day at like 8 a.m. and I was jittering like crazy, and everybody was like, "You should have stayed home."
Yeah, you should just go home.
I was like, I couldn't even sleep that night. I was like, you know what? It's like, honestly, the experience was weird. Like after when you like go home, just try to go to sleep. You try to close your eyes and everything, but what did I just experience? So many multiple flashes like happening with my brain. It was like I kid you not. It was like my experience was going like party lights and then like naked girls for some reason. I was like,
Interesting.
okay.
I
was like,
I've never tried MDMA. I would be open to it though.
Isn't MDMA Molly?
Yeah, basically.
Molly.
Yep.
Yeah, doesn't like the day after you like suffer a super drop in dopamine or whatever?
Yeah, and it's kind of the same for like big psilocybin doses from what I hear, similar.
Yeah.
Usually if I do shrooms the next day or two, I'm kind of like mentally drained. So yeah. What's going on, Seabass? Hey everybody.
Not much.
Sitter's up in here. You can see him live on the screen with his little box lights up. But so yeah, hey man, appreciate the sub. Welcome to the panel. And how's your evening?
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
It's doing good. That's my first ever sub that I've actually bought myself on Twitch.
Wow,
nice, man.
I'm honored. I
got a job this summer, and I'm putting my money to the community.
What are you doing for summer work?
I'm cleaning buses, school buses.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. I kind of just sit on my phone for like 4 of the 7 hours I work.
I imagine you just put some earbuds in, listen to music, and just go.
I don't even got earbuds. I just be blasting my music.
Just
all my
like
coworkers hear it.
All right.
I'll watch TV shows. I started watching Teen Titans today. I'm like already on season 2.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Brad, thank you very much. I hope you have a great night, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And go spend time with those kiddos. I'll see you soon, my dude. And no worries. Hey, Captain, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you as well. If you're going to play some video games, maybe I'll try to catch you after.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not streaming tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I canceled my stream tonight just because I was like, you know what? Just gotta spend time with family and stuff, like especially during this hard time.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah.
That's why I messaged you. I'm like, dude, please just go enjoy the time with the family. Honestly,
exactly. That's
any moments I get with my kids or my family, I cherish them. You know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Real quick before you go, I'll roll out the red carpet because I appreciate you being here. Do you want to tell the audience anything like when they're going to catch you next?
I will be streaming tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all the way until 11. Maybe might actually push it a little bit longer. My usually stream schedule is usually Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Perfect. Well, look, I hope to catch you soon. And again, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, my pleasure's all mine, Unjacked. Thanks for having me today.
Hey, no problem. We'll talk again soon, man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
See you.
Seabass, we were talking earlier about roleplay. Did you have anything in particular? I just want to go back there just in case.
I wasn't tuned into that part of the conversation. Is it like video game roleplay?
Yeah. No, it's okay. I just didn't know if you were joining the panel specifically for that or if you had it.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just here to talk, you know.
Okay,
I enjoy
good.
Watching your streams. I've been following since August 31st of last year.
Dude, I'm seriously flattered and I appreciate that very much. You know,
yeah, man.
It's tough to find an audience on Twitch, so I'm very thankful that I found at least, you know, some really good peeps.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching your streams sometimes. Like you got me into Bloons Tower Defense 6 like last year during the quarantine.
That's such a
and all
good
that
game.
Stuff. And like I was telling my friends about your streams and all that stuff. Like I don't know, I get super attached to streamers sometimes.
Thanks, man. I mean, seriously, I get that way with viewers, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dorian, what's going on? Oh God. All right, guys. Hey, hold on. We got a kitty cam alert. Hold on one second. Let me show you what's the mess that we have going on back here. Do you guys see this fluffy guy right here?
You got like a cat tower.
Yeah, he's meowing at me. He's like, come on, dude. Do you have to stream this late? Like, we could easily be snuggling on the couch. My camera's not liking the zoom, by the way. Let's bring that back in if we can. Nope. Anyway, let me go say hi to Dorian real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, dude. Relax, okay? Okay. He's good. I gotta show him some love. love. So anyway,
It's always you gotta show the cat some love.
Yeah. Have you had a really awesome concert that you've been to?
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite?
Do you know what Warped Tour is?
Warped Tour? Yeah, man. Corn's on it. What the
Yeah.
hell? Hold on, I
I've been
can't get my
going to
camera.
Warped Tours since I was like 7 years old, but they stopped doing it like nationwide or like across the U.S. So after they stopped doing it, I wasn't able to see. I didn't get to see the last one, which I was super bummed about. But if they ever brought it back towards my area, I would for sure go because I haven't been there since I was like 10 years old, and I was like dyeing my hair with Kool-Aid and all that stuff. My family's super punk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
It was
this.
fun. I liked seeing Real Big Fish. They were pretty cool there. I don't know if you know who that is.
Real Big
They're kinda
Fish? No.
Like punk ska kind of. I'm pretty sure they made the Phineas and Ferb theme song.
Oh, okay. I'm not like
Yeah.
big into like skater, like ska and stuff like that. I don't mind
Right.
it. I just don't really like. I'm not big into like accordions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got you. It's kind of a niche genre, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but I respect the effort. So
Right. Yeah.
and if somebody was like, "Yo, you want to go to a ska concert?" You bet your ass I'd go.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. I like that energy because there's not a lot of people that are willing to like step out of their boundaries, especially when it comes to music.
I am one of the most ridiculously open-minded dudes you probably can find.
Yeah.
Like even at 43, if you like if you told me like we're going to like a mushroom festival, I was like, cool, I'll drive.
Okay.
You know,
That's
like
pretty cool.
I'm like I'm so ready. Like I'm easy, man. I'm easy. If somebody was like, yo, let's go
Yeah.
do this tonight, I'm like, all right, man, let me just go tell everybody I'm leaving.
Right. That's pretty cool though, because like, I don't know, growing up, my mom was always listening to like punk rock music, like I'm trying to think of bands here, like Sum 41 and all that stuff.
Okay.
But my brother, or like my half brother, we share the same mom but not the same dad. He's like 8 years older than me, so when he was 15, I was like 7, so he didn't want to hang around with me. But when we did hang out, I was always hearing his music, and he was listening to like Bo Burnham a lot, which I don't know if you know who that is. but
Yep, I know.
when I was like 7, I didn't know anything he was saying, but I was like going through his iPod shuffle to find the music and stuff, and then like that mix of like that comedy rap stuff with the punk rock kind of like started my amalgamation of music taste where I just listened to like absolutely everything.
Dude, I'm sorry, just real quick, a splinter thought there. One of my favorite experiences is like getting super baked and putting on Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. It's very cliche,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
specifically Comfortably Numb.
Yeah, I get that.
That song right there just kind of speaks volumes to me.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. That's one thing.
Pink Floyd is one of the artists I need to like study, I guess, because like it started 2 summers ago. I think I started studying individual bands that were influential throughout like music and all that stuff. Started with the Beatles, and then I went to like a bunch of different. And now, right now, I'm currently stuck in like the 1950s, 60s soul scene, which is like Stevie Wonder, Otis Redding, and like Aretha Franklin and all that stuff. But
It's a great error.
yeah, that's also really good music to listen to when you're in the clouds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Nebraska, it's all right, dude. I understand, man. Hey, I still appreciate you being on the panel too, buddy. And we're going to do this again next week, so I hope you'll be a part of it again. But no, I love music too, man. I just feel like music really reaches, I don't believe I have a soul, but if I did, like, I definitely feel like that. And
Yeah.
like, it's kind of cool. I'm a little bummed out because of Twitch and the whole DMCA thing. Like, it's not their fault. It's just
Right.
the way the law works. But like when I first started streaming, I have like this beautiful SoundCloud playlist that I've just curated over the last 10 years. And me and Dorian over here, we listen to it every night. He loves my music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will literally sleep for 8 hours if I'm just playing my SoundCloud playlist.
Damn.
I've gotten really big like in the last several years. My favorite is like dubstep and EDM. I love
Okay.
EDM. If I could
Yeah.
go to a rave, I would. Like I'm afraid that most people would be like, dude, you're too old for this. You gotta get out.
Nah. There's
But-
no way, man.
But if
Like,
I could go to like just experience a rave before it's all over, it would be worth it to me.
Right. Yeah, I think raves would be really dope. I think my brother went to raves when he was in the military, down in Arizona. They've got some good raves down there, apparently.
I've never been stationed in a place that had raves.
Really?
Yeah, or if I was completely unaware of them.
Were you in South Korea?
Yeah, I spent 8 years in South Korea.
I remember having that conversation with you a while ago.
Yeah, the only regret I have from that is Pentatonics came over and did a concert in Seoul, and there was limited tickets and I couldn't get any.
Ah, damn, dude. That would have been a pretty epic concert, though, I bet.
I would go to Pentatonics in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And Christina has just an amazing voice. They all do.
Yeah, yeah. They're really cool.
Yeah. Dude, a Bad Company concert? That would be interesting, too. I'd love to go to a Bad Company concert.
Right.
Holy cow, man. There's just so many good ones. Yeah, I love Pink Floyd. It's another, that's a huge one. What's another one I get lost in? You ever listen to Diggable Planets?
I've never heard of them.
So it's an old like a jazzy rap group from like the 90s, mid 90s. They have this album called Blowout Comb, and I wish I could play it on stream. It is seriously one of my favorite albums to get lost into.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I'm gonna type in the chat if anybody wants. It's Diggable Planets. YouTube, one of their videos, Swoon Units or something like that. They just have this flow to them. The three of them flow together. Like there's nothing else like it. They just.
Is there a specific song that I should listen to right now?
I mean, you can just get lost in it, but like Swoon Units is really like kind of like hippie and kind of like groovy. But that entire album, you can't go wrong. There's not a bad song. But on that album, they have like, this is in the 90s. There was like this like little blip in the 90s where on every album they had to have skits between the songs.
Okay, yeah.
And that album suffers from it. Yeah. Nice. Deliberate to see the shows overseas, especially. Oh my God, dude. I never really got to see a lot of stuff overseas, because I spent time in like Saudi Arabia, and back then the USO sucked as far as the tours and stuff. So they didn't show up or anything. I don't know. Serving overseas was very cool, but I didn't get, I got to see way more in the United States than I did overseas. But there was one exception. I got to see Linkin Park front and center in Manila, Philippines.
Really?
I did. For my wife's birthday. She
sounds incredible.
She messaged me. I saw Chester sing directly into my eyes in 2013.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. Right. Dude, this right here is the most epic moment. My favorite band in the entire world is Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Linkin Park is just a monster piece of content for me. And I bought tickets for my wife's birthday. We flew from South Korea to Manila. We did a month vacation with the kids in the Philippines, and at the end of the vacation, we went back to Manila and we had the concert like 2 days before we left. And they actually didn't sell enough tickets in the arena, so they moved everybody forward by one section. And I had bought the tickets because there was no tickets in the front row. I had bought the second row tickets. So they moved us into like the first section.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, that was my experience. I got to see Mike Shinoda and the boys, Chester, all of them. It was amazing. What an experience.
That sounds really touching,
yeah.
That's something you remember forever.
Absolutely. I mean, who else? Like Korn puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I wanted to hear was Korn. Like I needed Jonathan Davis to sing directly to me, Freak on a Leash.
Right.
But that double bass in the Hard Rock Amphitheater in Albuquerque, New Mexico, it just hits different. It literally just travels through your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I love amphitheaters. Those are so fun to be in.
Oh, dude, they're so underrated. I think. I don't know. Are they underrated?
You feel the music in every bone. I don't know if they're underrated. They're usually like the biggest part at Warped Tour is the amphitheater stage.
Yeah, I would go see Korn or Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie puts on a whole different show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm too young to be into these bands, but
no, dude, if you're getting lost in the bands in the 50s and 60s, eventually you'll get lost in these bands too. Stone Temple Pilots, amazing.
Right.
Velvet.
I've heard of all these bands. It's hard for me to like get a picture of them right now.
Oh, it's all right, dude. You're still a little bit young, so you have so much time to learn not only these bands, but bands that are coming that I haven't even heard of yet. And those are the bands you're going to be talking about in 20 or 30 years. So,
right.
Yeah. Gary, what's going on, dude? Good to see you, man. Living in pain. Hey, I hope that gets better. I've never seen, I'm not very familiar with Less Than Jake.
I think they were at Warped Tour one year I went.
There's no music that stands out. I need to look them up real quick. Hold on. Less Than Jake. I'm really bummed out.
They're also kind of like ska punk.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. I got these guys. I'm not
pretty groovy.
I'm not big into their music. I would, I want to go see Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go see Harry Styles. I want to go see Disturbed.
Those are two very different artists.
Yeah, Pearl Jam, another one with Stone Temple Pilots, Half the Man I Used to Be. Please, just turn it up. That's all I'm asking. Headstrong by Trap. Oh my God, another great band. Okay, all right. I gotta knock this off. I can get lost in this. This is why SoundCloud is like my preferred platform for music.
Yeah,
I love the remixes of all this shit too. I will get stun locked in remixes. So dude, what's going on for the weekend? You got anything good coming up? Are you doing anything?
I'm going to hang out with my older sister.
That's awesome.
Tomorrow, I think, if she's down for it. She usually cancels, but
what?
I'm used to it. Yeah, well, it's not because like she doesn't want to hang out with me. We love hanging out together, but our schedules get mixed up or something, or she's got to stay up late and do something, or this or that. Like she was working graveyard shift for a while, and I'm working from 5 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So it's like our schedules didn't line up for a while. But I think we're gonna, if we do hang out, we're gonna have a good time because I just got paid, so I'm gonna spend all my money. Not all of it. I saved 60% of my paycheck.
That's not bad. I remember doing summer work between school sessions as well.
Right.
I worked hard jobs. One summer I worked 3 jobs. I was working like 100 hours a week.
Oof.
Yeah, it was incredible. I was doing everything from like scrap metal to HVAC work to odd jobs, landscaping, basically anything. I was doing brick restoration work. I would show up to like mills that burnt down and try to excavate all the used bricks and sell them back to masons on the east coast of Connecticut. So,
damn.
Yeah, man.
And those probably didn't pay as well as they do now.
For every 1,000 bricks, I would charge the masons $150, but they had to come pick it up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah, man. It was good. I sold probably, 50,000 bricks that summer.
Sheesh. That's a lot.
Yeah, I hired every 16-year-old in my neighborhood. I was also 16. And we all showed up at the pit, and I divided up the money, and we hustled, and we got every brick we could out of there until the cops showed up, and they were like, yeah, you can't do this anymore.
Really?
Well, yeah, because I didn't have permission. I was just selling bricks.
Yeah, but you're 16 years old.
Oh, that's why they didn't arrest me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's safer, I guess. Yeah.
They're like, just so you know, you're not welcome back here. Don't come back.
Yeah. But that's pretty innovative.
Yeah, well, the thing was, this giant mill in my town burnt down.
Right.
And I think one of my friends burnt it down, but I have no proof of that. And you know what? That's neither here nor there. But literally, nobody wanted to clean it up. The guy that owned the place, he like lived in Florida. He's like, he's broke. He's like, I don't have money to clean it up. This place had 25 million bricks in it.
Damn.
And it sat there for like 2 years untouched. So I was just thinking, I'm like, well, fuck it. If they're not going to clean it up, I'm gonna.
So were they like just unused bricks, or were like the bricks were part of the mill?
They were part of the mill. Like the whole thing like collapsed.
Like
it was a brick mill.
Oh, I could probably make some money then.
Yeah, it was just a pile of rubble, man.
Yeah.
So I moved in there in a day. I picked a spot in the back where you couldn't really see, us working or whatever. And we would I bought everybody a mason hammer, and we just go down there and we just clean bricks all freaking day, man.
Damn.
And like masons would show up, and I would just load their truck for them, and off they went.
Right.
Yeah. They didn't appreciate it though.
Yeah, probably not. But if I was not as lazy as I am, I would definitely go do something similar, because there's a
hey, just so everybody knows though, Dorian is showing him you his dick. That's what he's doing right there. That's what he's doing. All right.
Nice.
The sorry.
Twitch meta these days.
Yeah, everybody's into the cat dicks.
Right. But there's this old like roller rink or roller skating arena or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But it's been like before I was born, there's been a big hole in the side of it because somebody ran into it and it like lit on fire or whatever.
Jesus.
It's dangerous, but they haven't taken it down and nobody's bought the lot or anything. Like, I don't know what they're doing with it, but it's all made of brick, so I could go make some money if I wasn't so lazy.
Dude, with inflation, you probably get $300 for 1,000 bricks.
Yep.
It might be worth a mason hammer. Listen, as long as nobody sees you get a few loads out of there. Eventually they'll be like, listen, you're trespassing. Be like, you know what? Right. You're right. I'm going to see my way out. And I appreciate you bringing that up.
True. But it's kind of like on the main stretch of road, because I live in like it's not a yeehaw place, but it's kind of rural and like urban, or not urban. It's just rural and on the outskirts of every city. But that like main stretch of road leads to all the bigger cities from my city. So if I was out there, I'd have to be inside the building, which is probably more dangerous than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That place is going to collapse.
Dude, oh man, I'm telling you. Like I wish I could go out more. Like this last year and a half's been just such a beast, just sitting at home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not for everybody, of course. Like I understand the people that are screaming to go outside and play, but dude, just sit home and stay alive, man.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing. I got vaccinated like earlier this year, and then I started hanging out with people. I'm already back indoors because of all these new variants and stuff.
Dude, and it's so scary, man. I just wish everybody go get vaccinated so we can hang out again.
Yeah, seriously. And people, I don't want to get like too political here, but people really need to just vaccinate themselves and their kids. Like, it's crazy to see people that are my age even refusing to get vaccinated and stuff. It's like, man, what are you afraid of?
The one piece that probably upsets me the most, and we won't go into like, COVID talk too much. I probably do it way too much on my streams anyway, but the one thing that upsets me the most is that kids 11 and younger cannot get the vaccination. There's no way they can be vaccinated unless they are in a trial, which they are not.
Right.
And I go to Walmart and other stores every single weekend, and I see some adult dragging their 8-year-old around without a mask.
No mask, yeah.
And to me, come on, man. Do you not love your kid?
Right.
Think it through, man. Like, I understand. Have your political positions. Be conservative. But my God, just think about somebody else for once. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
I mean, it's not like a huge ask, right? To keep your kids safe. They're depending on you. They don't know what a virus is.
Right. Let alone a pandemic.
Yeah. But that's the only one that really gets me. I do hope that we can reverse this eventually. Like, just go get vaccinated for heads. That's it.
Yeah, it's a little depressing though, because it feels like it's going to take a lot longer than it should.
And it doesn't have to be this way. It literally doesn't have to be this way.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been reading on Reddit just so many needless deaths. Like, and it's always the same thing. Oh, I wish I would have got the vaccination on the deathbed.
Right.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. Too
Yeah.
late.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't save you when you're already like almost on a ventilator. So
Right. Yeah, it's crazy because last year, everybody at my school, I'm pretty sure, because I went to like a trade school as well, and it was my first year going there. I'm pretty sure only like 3 people ever saw me without a mask on that entire year.
that's incredible. What's your trade?
Digital media,
Nice.
like Photoshop and all that stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And this is in high school?
Yeah.
God,
It's
I'm so
it's a
envious.
program that my school and like the surrounding county schools have as well.
Yeah, no, they have digital media in my son's trade school as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through hairdressing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I
thinking
actually,
of that, cosmetology.
yep. I graduated trade school, cosmetology, hairdressing, barbering.
Yeah.
I was
That's
actually
pretty
licensed.
cool.
I worked in a salon before I went into the military and all that.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What could you tell me about that experience?
Working in the salon,
Yeah.
it was quite it was awesome actually. So I only wanted to be a barber, but the department head said, "Listen, I'm not going to let you in this program unless you commit to the entire program." And so I said, "Well, I really want to be a barber. All right, fine. I'll learn the hairdressing too, like whatever, right?" And so I did. I was the only male for 4 years with a class of 21 girls.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I was the first guy that graduated the program back in 1996. And
That's impressive.
yeah, I was only one of 3 male hairdressers that were licensed by the state of Connecticut on the eastern side of the state. So back in 1996, it wasn't common for there to be male hairdressers. And
Right.
all the local salons in eastern Connecticut would come to my classroom. And during junior and senior year, they would like basically headhunt for, who's coming to work in their salon. And me being a guy, I was heavily sought after. And I refused every single opportunity except one. And it was only because it was down the road from my girlfriend's house.
Okay.
So I could just go over there, work, and then go hang out with her afterwards. And
Right.
I ended up making a lot of money. They actually did like a full like page in the newspaper spread of announcing that I was coming to work there.
Oh my gosh.
And at 17
You were-
years
you were a
old, that was
local hero.
overwhelming at 17 years old.
I bet. Yeah.
But by the 3rd week of working there, my books were completely full for like 6 months out.
Damn.
And the manager pulled me aside. She was like, "I'm so glad that you decided to take the offer." And she was the sweetest lady. I wish I could remember her name or anything so I could like catch up with her. But she was amazing. She's the one that recruited me. And then I told them that I joined the Air Force after working there for like 8 months. And they were so sad. I never
yeah.
kept in touch with them, but it was an experience that I absolutely cherish. I actually have not thought about that very much in quite a long time. But
That's pretty cool though.
well, the cool thing was it was called the shop. And when you walked in,
Okay.
the left half was like an old time barber shop with 2 chairs.
Right.
And then the right half was all like new salon, women's haircuts and stuff like that. And I just made a deal with her. Like, I really just want to be a barber. She's like, "I'm hiring you for the barber side, but if we need you, you might have to work on this side." I was like, "All right, fine, deal." And yeah, back in 96, I was probably making about $1,500 a week for 20 hours worth of
Damn.
work.
Damn.
Yep.
That's really good.
Yeah, I can cut hair very well. I'm not licensed anymore. It expired. So I'd have to go back
okay.
and obtain it. And it's just not worth it to me because now
Right.
it's not a novelty item anymore being a male hairdresser.
Right. Yeah.
So, dime a dozen. Maybe it's a novelty that I don't know. Like, I feel like a straight male hairdresser is probably rare. But I don't think
Yeah,
anybody gives a
true.
shit at this point. So whatever,
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, but then I went to college for digital design and visual communications. So
Nice.
my profession is really graphic design and digital media.
Right.
So, yep.
What do you like to mess around with in graphic design and digital media?
So I like
What's your
commercial
favorite application and all that stuff?
Yeah, so my favorite application is Adobe Illustrator.
Okay.
Unless I'm doing web work, if I'm doing web work, I actually have a copy of Fireworks CS6.
Okay.
And it's a little bit older. It's the last version of the Adobe Cloud, or not the Cloud Suite, but the suite. I forgot what they used to call it, the Creative Suite or something like that. So I like Fireworks because it kind of bridges Photoshop and Illustrator together. You can do bitmaps and you can do vector art. But
okay.
But lately I've been kind of moving into the Affinity. Have you seen the Affinity Design?
I haven't heard of it, no.
So it's a group of professionals, like really like high-end designers and stuff like that. RISD graduates, all that, that came together and created a company called Serif, and they create a product called Affinity Design, Affinity Photo, and Affinity something else. And anyway, a few times a year, they sell these programs for $25 lifetime license.
Damn.
And it rivals Photoshop and Illustrator. For $25 having a perma license,
right.
this is what I'm learning. But my expertise is Adobe Illustrator. I kind of suck at Photoshop.
I'm the opposite.
Well, I've always found when it comes to designers, either you're a Photoshop person or you're an Illustrator person.
Yeah.
And usually what dictates that is what you learned first.
Yep. I learned Photoshop first. I didn't actually, I missed school last year quite a bit.
Yep.
When they were teaching Illustrator. So I was behind the curve on that, but I was ahead of the curve on literally everything else. So
I respect them for what they each do, but I like commercial art, and specifically my favorite type of art is like commercial print work.
Okay.
So like pamphlets and flyers and magazines, and like working in Adobe InDesign. Like to me, that right there is so good.
Yeah, I think InDesign seemed outdated for me compared to like Photoshop. Like it like the layout of everything, it just looked so rustic to me. But I did eventually get the hang of it, and I made I was working on websites and stuff.
I love InDesign because I can lay out a book. I can lay out a magazine.
Yeah.
You know, it's really like the layout program. How do you bring it all together?
Yeah.
Like
I like a menu for a restaurant using that.
Yeah, exactly. And then I like the fact that I can give like styles to it. Oh my God, I'm getting all geeky in here. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, everybody. Good. I get lost in design work sometimes. I wish I was more equipped to do video editing like I can with graphic design.
Right.
I'm learning video editing right now, and it's not easy.
With Premiere?
I know Premiere, but I'm trying to learn also how to do it in DaVinci's Resolve.
Okay, yeah.
But the issue that I'm running into as a streamer is I just don't have the time.
Right.
Like, it's so easy to just tell somebody like, hey, just stream for 4 hours, and then like the other 4 hours you would have streamed, go and make a video. But it's hard to decompress. This is why I have to literally take Mondays and Fridays off. Because if I stream at all during a day, like I'm not going to go make videos. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely got to be some burnout from doing all that.
Well,
and
it's
are
just
you doing it solo? Like, do you have a team with you or something?
No, it's just me. Me and Dorian.
Solo, yeah.
Me and Dorian, we do everything.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough. I was trying to do that for a little bit, but I didn't have the heart for it.
I mean, luckily I don't have to do anything else. Like I don't have a job or anything. Right. I run my own company from home, so it's a little bit easier. But
yeah.
Hey, can I show you guys something before we start wrapping things up?
I'm down.
My my daughter painted me a new picture. You guys can't really see it. It's right there, back there, behind the chat. Let me go bring it up. Okay, let me talk you through this one here. Oh, too far for the chair,
That
too
is
far.
cool.
Okay, this is Plants vs. Zombies, and for anybody that's kind of been around for a little while and has seen the stream, by the way, this is a real painting. Like literally, she painted this on canvas.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, so we're gonna get this hung up in the office as well. And for anybody that is unaware, Plants vs. Zombies is like one of my favorite games to play. My only regret is it's not multiplayer, so I can't have people join in. But this is literally my favorite. And yes, Dorian is right over there. He is making sure that this stream goes well. And if he has to kick anybody out, he will. He is my bouncer. All right, there we go. So I will get these paintings up and on the wall appropriately over the weekend. We're going to try to redesign some of the studio, just a tad, and see if we can make it better. Dude, any last thoughts, man, before we head out?
Nah, man, I'm good. What time? When do you usually do these? I might tune in every once in a while.
So I started this last week, and I do plan on doing this for at least the foreseeable future. This is what I want to do. Like I don't mind playing games, but I want to be a world-class podcaster.
Yeah.
Like this is the stuff I live for. But anyway, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do critically unjacked during the day, my time during the day. That starts at 11 a.m. and we go to somewhere between 1 and 2 p.m. It's about 2 to 3 hours. And then this right here, this is the after dark where we can talk about some adult stuff and stuff like that. This happens at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's going to take me a few weeks probably to get everybody kind of like, oh, shoot, that's what's going on. You know, that thing.
Right.
But yeah, I think once everybody gets trained that this is a thing. So I have 6 episodes.
I'm going to try my hardest to support it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Oh, here's, and I'll leave with this thought, but like my goal with this is simple. I don't expect a lot of people to show up. Like I expect my viewership to be kind of dog shit during these because not a lot of people do just chatting and stuff like that. But my goal is to create clippable content and upload this to YouTube so I can reach an audience that is looking for a podcast to join.
Right.
And so I already have 6 full episodes of podcasts that I did between last week and this week. The last 3 weeks. So I have 6 episodes. I'm going to try to edit over the weekend and start uploading to YouTube. And I expect after a few months of consistent content that we'll see this podcast kind of grow on a different level because I'm going to utilize TikTok. I'm going to get these up on YouTube. And we're going to do these on a regular basis. So if you guys want to be part of the panel, I'd love to have you, of course, in future episodes. And yeah. Do you stream at all, dude?
Not consistently, but I do every once in a while.
Okay. How's that going?
I'm just doing it purely for fun. I do put some effort in like my stream layout and all that stuff, but I'm gonna start speedrunning Left 4 Dead 2 actually pretty soon, like probably next week.
Well, I'll definitely get you a shout out or two after you start. It'll be easier. I'd love to show you some love as well.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna close the stage here, and then we'll press on with the ending. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yep. Have a good night.
Hey, you too, dude.
See you
later. All right, I just closed the Discord. So the stage is closed for the night. But if you want to be part of a future stage, all you got to do is be part of the Discord. It's so simple. It's like literally anybody could do it. You'd be surprised. You just click on this link that I'm about to give you right there. You join the Discord and you be part of the community. It's free. It's free and you get to hang out with me outside of the stream. When I'm not live, I'm over there looking. I'm over there hanging out with the boys and the ladies. And yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I have so many ideas for fun. Oh, dude, that would be great. That'd be great. I would do that in a heartbeat. My goal is to grow this. I want to talk to you. I know that you guys might want to talk to me a little bit. And together we can do this. Let's close this up for YouTube. YouTube, if you got this far, you didn't even watch this live. You didn't even comment to me, but you did watch it, and I appreciate you very much. Why not drop a sub? If you're not subbed to this channel already, hit that bell. Click all notifications. You're going to get the future episodes right there in your notifications, and we'll get to know each other. Also, make sure you like and maybe even drop a comment if there's something you want to tell me. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. For everybody else, live here on Twitch, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I can't tell you how grateful I am. The fact that you would take time out of your schedule to just kick it with me is very special. Yeah, I love chatting with you guys too. Yeah, hi YouTube. We're going to go again next week, Tuesday, 11 a.m. for Critically Unjacked. If you want to skip that and you just want to hang out with the After Dark, it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Guys, I'm taking tomorrow off. I'll be editing videos. Hopefully I'll have a new video up for you in the morning. I love you guys. I will see you next week. Sitter gifting a sub to Jetstreak. Jetstreak's a good friend of mine, by the way. We've been very good friends for 25 years. He's going to appreciate that. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate you. And everybody, it is time for me to go and experience a bowl, a fresh bowl, a fresh attitude. There's so much more to expand on tonight. And first thing I'm doing is expanding my mind. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Later, Gators.